Welcome to Cyberpunk 2030 A Better Tomorrow
Another day, sailing away from me. And though the work isn't done, I don't want to hear you. 'Cause you cannot master the stress. It's a uphill battle, but it's my attitude. if your plans aside, there is just no way I can see and bury my mind to wait in defeat. There's gotta be a way where there's a will, because our faith will sealed. There is just no way I can see and bury my mind to wait in defeat. We will win. We will win. No.
Welcome to Cyberpunk 2030 A Better Tomorrow.
another day, sailing away from land.
A thumb.
And though the work isn't
My
done,
official thumb.
I don't want
And then there's all the built Lincoln stuff, which is like carry boxes.
There we go. Kill the music. We are back and we are live. Ta-da!
I have the totes of fabric that's been cut with the patterns waiting to be sewn for like the gowns and the capes and
Can Shelly hear me?
yes, I can
Okay.
hear you.
Just making sure because we're starting game.
Oh, I can't see Shelly. Is that
Yes,
on purpose?
she's off
Okay.
camera. hmm
I'm off camera.
That
Yep.
was
Again.
deliberate, just like Justin.
Okay.
Okay, so
Smart.
and Justin tells everybody there's smut.
Yes.
Nice.
He's got to throw that out there. That's okay.
He loves his smut.
That's his
I do.
particular soundbite. So
Yeah.
all right, so we are back. We are live once again for more laughter from Skeletor, I guess. That was actually pretty good timing. We are back again, and we are back for more zaniness because we have got a brief recap to give, and we also have a time jump to take care of. So, to get everybody caught back up real fast, From last game, obviously everybody managed to make it out alive, almost in one piece. From the World Core, they were rescued by Dane and company and brought to the White Hart Medical Clinic, which is in Scottsdale, which is actually where it's located, is a part of the Quinn's territory. It actually does sit inside the border of the main downtown, or what is considered downtown Phoenix at this point. But Scottsdale actually reaches out past that border. So if you're familiar with the video game Cyberpunk 2077, or if you've at least seen videos of how that worked, in essence, there's a wall that goes around the entirety of Phoenix now, ever since the collapse. And they're a part of Scottsdale has been sectioned off from that, obviously, because the wall goes straight through it. The Quinns, however, take up territory or claim territory on either side of that particular location. And while they are crazy, by and large, they are not so crazy that they constantly go out and aggravate the police or have open fights or whatnot. Quinn Prime is a little bit wiser than that. And the reason why I bring this up is because it's this particular hospital that the Quinns tend to control and, I was going to say patronize, but they kind of back and support on the low key, and those who know. Everybody here, it's been a day now at this point since you guys have been here. So it's safe to say that the drugs have kicked in for those who need it. For those who didn't quite need it, you're feeling comfy. Probably still a little hungry though, because hospital food is kind of meh. It's if it's not good nowadays, you can only imagine the base proteins that it's like. You're just like, I put something in my mouth. I know it's food, but wow.
Yeah.
Especially after that steak that we had on the ranch.
Oh,
Yeah.
And the
Really
beer.
highs. Really,
lost the
really
beer.
lows.
you're right.
So after that day, you guys no longer see Mary May. She has been whisked away by Syntax. You no longer see her anymore after a conversation with the Moray.
We haven't been debriefed, have we?
No one's done anything quite like that just yet. Those of you who are awake, it's probably because at least two of your group are like still in serious shape. And while they may get conscious, it's not like they can get up and even really reach for a controller at this point. Their bodies have largely shut down due to the pain and need the nanites and the drugs and whatnot to actually start getting back up. What you will find out, however, as the doctor, probably the first night you guys were all there, the doctor, or I should say not the doctor, but the nurse on staff has informed you that the hospital stay is covered. However, if you need limbs or if you need organs, you need cybernetics, that's all on you.
Okay.
So you are at least being given top-notch health care. Anything you need to replace, though, that's coming out of your pocket. So you at least got that going for you. By the first day, those of you who were in serious, you're still in serious shape, and you're probably still in pain, but worlds apart from where you were before without the drugs and the nasty bandages and where you were before, basically in the thick of things. By this point, with everybody in your room, respectively, they kind of cordon off a room for given the size of the team, you don't really fit in there, but for security purposes, they did it anyways. So those of you who can move around, it's a tight fit, but you can move around. It's not like you can't get to the bathroom or anything. It's just with all the extra beds or and in fact, they even took out the couch for visitors. Like they took that out put in into for the bed space and whatnot. So you guys all had someplace collectively
How many do
to
we
sit
have
together.
in beds?
The number of the team. So there's 6 people here, 7. So
Ghost is definitely.
I was gonna say, 'cause I don't think I took any damage.
You and me are the only ones who qualified for walking wounded. Everyone
Yeah.
else had serious to critical. So yeah, you and me are the only walking wounded there.
So if you don't want the medical care, then you're healing per normal. My advice: take the medical care.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
just wanted to.
You're like,
Yeah.
get in bed.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I wouldn't think mine would take that long.
Ghost takes her one good leg and smites Octavia. Get back in that bed. I'm probably gonna need your help later.
For all we know, we have like parasites.
I'm about to take off my arm, my cyber arm, and be like, grow arm and a leg. Sell the cyber arm. You're already growing one part. might
Oh
as well
yeah,
grow
that's
another.
and Sam, you raise a good point. Yeah, they have you guys on antibiotics too. For slated for a good 3 days.
Wow.
Not because the doctor really knows why, just by the statement from the benefactor who is remaining nameless on the bill. But by the end of the first night staying there, coming into the afternoon of the next day, Syntax comes back around with everybody. You guys at this point, probably by the time she comes in, everybody has your respective lunch. It's all the same. It's a base protein paste. There's you actually do have some juice.
Ooh, fancy.
Well, I mean, it's fake juice, but it at least tastes, relatively close to apple juice or orange juice or whatnot. It doesn't have anywhere near the vitamins that the authentic thing would, but it's close.
It's 0.1% juice.
and all flavor.
Yeah.
Do you mean 0.01? Just...
On the title, it says, naturally flavored, and then when you look at the back, it's like, yeah, they took one drop from from an orange that, okay, there you go.
Yeah, it counts.
But in essence, that's kind of what you're looking at this point. And Syntax comes walking in, and she's actually got somebody with her who's waiting outside to ensure that nobody disturbs the meeting. No doctors, no nurses, nobody. And at that point, if anybody's resting, she takes a moment to tap on a little bell or something nearby to make sure everybody's attention is obtained.
Amori just I don't know, whatever he would be doing, killing time.
Well, there's TV.
Yeah, no. That's okay.
Texting bitch press to let her know I'm safe and sound, because that's going to be an awkward conversation later.
Sure. Not a problem. So she comes in at this point, and she has a cred stick with her at this point.
That's looking good there, Syntax. Hopefully you've got some nice words along with that cred stick.
She says your benefactor wanted me to tell you that obviously the hospital stay is on them. And she actually takes a look at the charts, and she says you guys should be getting the nanite treatment as well, so it should speed up your recovery time. Any cybernetics or organ replacement, that's all on you. I think you're going to be able to afford it, however. And she hands the stick to Amore. You're going to find 550,000 on there.
Ooh. Amori just goes, that's more generous than I anticipated. Do we owe the rescue team, anything?
No,
Okay.
that was gratis. Trust me, I got enough to cover that.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because we did discuss it when it came up that we would be willing to cover what we thought was a fair share if it came down to that. So
Let's just say that all parties involved, we were extensively overjoyed. So little things such as that were overlooked.
thank you, but we will note it in case we have to reciprocate.
Yeah.
Please feel free.
Of course. She says, obviously, I can't go into too many details, but from what I have been able to ascertain, and she kind of, glances back real quick and lowers her tone a little bit to make sure that nobody is, listening at this point. And she says, from what we can tell, that is one of the first instances of an AI operating outside of the Black Wall. And beyond that, it was an AI that sealed itself off before the Black Wall went up. So it did not get struck by the virus that Bartmoss dropped and went crazy.
Huh.
So you're talking essentially uncorrupted AI, barring time, obviously.
So Moore just kind of looks around and goes, I have a concern in that when we brought out the rescue without checking, we might have brought out an extra individual similar to what you just mentioned.
You did. From what I've been able to ascertain at this point, she's a lesser AI. Obviously, from what you've encountered, built for interpersonal relationships and encounters, not something like an administrative AI designed for, lots of bookworks, lots of system monitoring, that sort of thing.
Okay.
The good news for her is that the skin weave that she has is virtually identical to anything that might be found on the market. So unless somebody magically goes around poking in her head, she's almost a full conversion cyborg.
Okay.
So she can blend in. That's good.
That was
Well,
one of the first
she's got a
things
girlfriend.
that's one of the first things that we checked, is that we're cybernetics compatible for repair purposes and obviously the skin regenerative natures and I think that is probably one of the big things that the benefactor noticed with some of the other lesser AIs found within this park.
Yes, much more than anyone thought possible.
What's going to happen to her?
Well, we are in the process of coming up with a separate ID for her. I'm going to spoof the systems here in Arizona. It shouldn't be too difficult to come up with some sort of Arizona ID so that she has a government ID, and then come up with the best backstory that I can come up with to make it look like she's a real individual. And then from there, it's her choice, I think. But right now, she's still trying to take everything in.
Okay. Excellent. That worked out much better than I anticipated.
Are we sure that we didn't bring out anything we didn't mean to bring out?
We've been checking, and as AIs are notoriously very powerful, obviously even beyond my skill, I haven't seen anything as of yet. I haven't seen anything tipped off in the local city net yet. That's the benefit of the location. Whatever happened, they cut themselves off to the outside access. So it, in essence, was its own city net. And since it did not have connection to this one when everything collapsed, it was all pretty self-contained.
Have you done a scan on her cyberware yet to make sure it didn't hitch a ride?
I have been. No, I haven't seen anything as of yet.
Okay. Well, do we know if the vehicle was damaged and little things like was equipment recovered?
I haven't been able to locate any of the equipment. Unfortunately, the facility is large, so if it comes up, it comes up. If not,
Okay.
considered a lost leader. Vehicle was
Yeah.
found, however. That's how Dane was able to locate your location. So, the Pork Chop Express has actually been brought here to the hospital when you're ready to go.
Okay.
Nice. Excellent.
I know this may not matter in the short term because we're all used to eating. Well, we're used to eating what we're eating. If y'all figure out how they had cows and things like that, could you let us in on that so we could have real food every now and then?
She says, that's going to be difficult. Obviously, there's proprietary secrets that the benefactor is not going to want to get out at this point.
Yep.
When I did hear about that, I did some snooping without them knowing, and it looks like, from at least the logs that I was able to locate, they have a small farm on the property, and they also have a working 3D printer that helped replicate the meat. So that was almost 100% beef that you were actually eating, and
I've never eaten anything like
I'm jealous.
it. It should be.
You should try the beer.
It was
Boy.
unbelievable. Can we brain dance that? Is that just to
I
relive?
mean,
Too
forget
late.
the rest of
But that'd be a good idea, actually.
forget the rest of that whole adventure.
Just
Give
the
it
dinner.
food.
They could make a lot of credits just with the food.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to wait. You can't. It's hard to separate what we experience as food from the rest without giving stuff away.
Yeah.
She also says that the benefactor wanted to strongly urge that you do not talk about what you witnessed or anything that you partook of while you were there, as this is potentially something that Arasaka might want to go to war for. We don't want another conflict breaking out on U.S. soil. And I certainly don't want Militech's hands on this.
I mean, what are you
Yeah.
talking about? We just got lost in the desert for a few days.
I think it's relatively safe to say, considering the generous remuneration, that everyone will do their share on not saying anything.
Yeah, just
I
wanted,
would consider
just wanted
that
to
day.
make that statement outright was all.
Yeah, I think as team leader that I just want to make that that'll be something that would require us to think about team discipline.
She says, outside of that, did you have any questions for me?
Um,
Do you want what little footage I have, or did you already take that?
You can have
I
mine
took
too.
it and I actually erased any footage that any of you might have had while you were resting here.
But
Hmm.
I was, you know what? I don't blame you. What about anything before the timestamp of when we left?
The information's been scoured, yes.
You'll actually check his logs. Is all of his data gone off of his
yeah.
recorder?
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, there's some nice memories in there.
I'm sorry, but obviously for information security purposes, we need to keep this under wraps. Especially since this is going between Arizona and potentially Utah.
The chip that we took from the creature, the dinosaur, was it salvageable?
Not really. It was nice from what I can tell, but it was a fairly standard biochip that's dropped into cloned animals. The real exciting thing, which I'm sure I'm not going to hear anything about, was what they managed to clone.
Oh, dinosaur DNA. Yeah.
I mean, you watched the footage.
Oh yeah, trust me, I saw it.
I wonder if it's edible.
The popcorn was that we ate while we watched it.
I mean, if you clone dinosaurs, can you eat them? I don't know.
Well, I would
Do you
think
like
so.
chicken?
They're still meat.
Might be a
I'm
little on
just
the tough
saying.
side, though.
Instead of going to a better brain dance, they genetically engineered dinosaurs.
They're that wanted to eat us.
Almost
They're-
did.
Well, why not when you've got billions of eddies and a budget that's actually limitless, letting you do anything you want?
I have one last question. Did they find out who the interloper was that we got the spear from?
Out of character, refresh my memory.
When we were being chased by the predator wannabe,
Mm-hmm.
we salvaged the spear in the door in the one lab,
Oh,
and we turned that over.
mhm.
So that's basically my question. Did they find the creature, or is it still lurking about? And can she even talk about it?
Oh, she says information that I managed to swipe off the systems indicated that that was what you encountered was an add-on from the AI. I think it got bored at one point and had limited movies it could watch and somehow recreated that.
Okay. That's a little bit more than wow. That's an AI that's pushing the window. Okay.
We were literally in Tombstone and in Jurassic Park.
Wait, those are movies?
Yeah.
Never watched them.
Tombstone was, I think, in the 70s, and Jurassic Park was in the 90s. But I read Michael Crichton when I was growing up because it was expected to read literature.
Huh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Basically, some rich guy gets the idea to clone dinosaurs.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You don't have to tell me.
No, that's
Yeah,
the entire thing. That's
Oh,
the story.
Okay.
They
Great.
were interesting stories.
Okay.
She says, in the meantime, obviously, I guess just rest up, do whatever you need to do to get back on your feet.
I need a leg.
I guess you're not going to be standing around anytime soon.
Well, hopefully. Depends on how fast the cloning is.
No standing ovations.
Right. She says, you are probably going to want to get back to Maryvale as soon as you can. We did pick up on a near riot of foodstuffs in the area. I don't know if it was a distribution thing or what exactly happened. Just they're I don't know. And again, I don't know if it's running low on resources. I was kind of busy doing other things.
Yeah.
But there was that. Hello, Game
Okay.
Tees. Welcome.
So, Jerome, I have a question. Since I only took two, I only had like two of the squares in light, would I be like released like the next day?
Yeah.
Okay. So Octavius will say, I guess I can swing by and see what's going on and let you guys know.
Okay.
At worst comes to worst, blame it on me driving in the desert and we got lost. Because that's all that happened.
Yeah, tell them that you were on that orange stuff.
Yeah. At least the motorcycle stopped chasing us, right? Only had to get, a day out into the desert before we got lost?
Crazy, crazy times.
Yeah, I'll check it out. Is there anything else you guys need me to do while I'm out? Need me to bring you anything?
The gentleman whose vehicle we wrecked several months back,
Yeah.
if you would direct him here to the hospital, we will finally take care of that particular issue.
Oh, about his. Oh, okay. Yeah. I know the surfer dude. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good point.
Anything
Yep.
else? Doc, you
Uh,
need anything?
Nothing that the credits won't be able to buy.
Sam?
Could you bring me a change of clothes?
Vision?
Clothes would be nice, please.
Ghost?
Yeah, I guess clothes.
Okay, you guys gonna have to give me your keys so I can access your places.
Just look at
I
what
mean,
I'm wearing.
I could probably pick it, but I'd rather not get caught picking the locks.
That'd be good.
Okay. He'll point to the little cabinet that he has beside him. They're in there.
Okay, so she'll get everybody's keys, cards, whatever it is they use to get into their, and then she'll get ready to take off and go check things out at Marybelle and then grab the stuff that they want. Oh, Stolas, you want a book?
No, I'll be fine. I need
You
to reach out to some contacts and get some fresh clothes for me, anyways.
Okay. Okay, I'll be back soon. Just gonna take off.
Okay, well, not going to play through that particular piece. There's
Yeah,
obviously a
that's
bit
fine.
of a time lapse that needs to happen, so everybody gets healed and does your thing to buy parts and whatnot. So we're going to take that part of game and do that right now. Obviously, divvy up how you're going to do the payments, and obviously you still have a loan that you guys need to pay too, so keep that in mind.
Yep.
It's only been a week, or well, week and a day, but by the time you guys get healed, next payment's going to be coming up.
Okay. First off, has everyone done due diligence and know how much what they want costs?
Yes. But we should just pay the loan off first, so we don't have to worry about that.
Well, no. First, the team comes. Everyone needs to be healthy. Minimum of 100K will go towards the loan.
Okay.
That still leaves 400. Well, no, about 350 because we got to pay the surfer dude for his vehicle. I figure that's another 100. So we're looking at 350 still. And I want to make sure everyone's healthy. People get a little extra to go and do what they need to do. Everyone's got equipment to replace as well.
Everyone should take a share and contribute it to equipment funds. So if we divided up 7 ways, it would be, 350 apiece, down by 7 would be
Except-
5.
Except I don't think it'll work out evenly, Justin. I know I have a crap ton of expensive equipment to replace in addition to weapons.
How about we use the money to heal everyone first? That includes replacing whatever's been lost if people have lost eyes or legs or whatever. And then when we
Like
find out
Doc.
what we, yeah, exactly. and then once we find out what we have left, then we can fairly distribute amongst the team and pay off debts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
It's
should all
3K for 2 limbs, because she's going to replace her cybernetic arm. It's 3K.
How much?
Replacement. 3K.
3,000?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, if we're going off the book.
Is that okay, Jerome?
Yeah.
Can they go off the book? Okay.
You can go
No,
for it.
no surcharge or anything?
No.
Okay. So 3K. And then doesn't Brittany and Skulls each need an eye?
Nope, I'm good. I just got sliced in the gut.
I do need an eye.
Yeah, I knew someone needed an eye.
Yeah, Sam's fancy eye is still good.
Do I need a new heart? Because I got my chest blown out.
You're on
just
an iron lung.
We should
Okay.
just call you Tin Man.
Okay.
We'll just accept that.
Stolas is going to make a call to his aunt who works for the clothing company and request a new set of clothes and one that says, what was the shirt that said Mommy's Little Monster?
Yes.
He knows it's a little gauche, but he says it's for a potential wife to make his parents happy.
A waifu. Okay.
Okay, so
I need
So-
somebody to T-shirt that says, "I went to Jurassic Park and all I got with this was this lousy T-shirt."
Mm.
Is there a problem with getting clothes from her?
No.
Okay.
What's your
Standard
cost,
like
Dale?
normal?
Trying to look up the eye. There it is. Okay, so eyes looks like 1,000 per. So I need 1,000 for one eye.
Oh, that's right. You're going natural, huh?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? While we're doing that, Jerome,
Mhm.
I think this would be based on you. What would the additional cost be while we're here of having his cyber audio system removed and his just regular hearing restored?
Cost of the cyber unit.
Okay. Let's see, take a look at that then.
Since the medical is being covered, it's just whatever the cost of the cyber unit just to take it out.
Okay.
So cybernetics, you're not going to get any surcharge on. If you're replacing your weapons, though, because there still is that issue with supply chains, you're going to multiply the value by 2.
Weapons are multiplied by 2.
Yep.
Okay.
How much does a cyber ear cost? I mean, how much is it in humanity?
Oh, let's see here. Where's that at?
Okay, so we're taking care of that.
Okay.
Jerome, in order to try speeding it up, how much are we going to have to lay out to give Mr. California his vehicle's worth?
If you're trying to replace his AV4,
Yep.
good question.
That's why I'm raising it.
Yeah. I'll look that up here in a few. I'm actually in the process of looking up the cyber ear.
Yeah.
No problem.
The cyber audio system, the credit cost is 500. The humanity loss is 2d6.
Thank you.
Oh, that's more than I thought.
And that's just to activate
lot.
it, and then you've got to do things to like add to that system.
Yep.
If you want abilities.
Dang it. Okay, maybe I don't want to go down that road.
Some of them are costly.
Yeah, exactly.
Not so much for money, obviously, but humanity.
That's why he's
Yeah,
happy his removed.
I rolled poorly and for my eye, and that cost me 11.
Oh, I'm not the only one who got burned. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pretty dumb.
Yeah.
At least you didn't wake up to an 8-point loss in humanity because of reasons.
Right. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
Long, long man.
Oh my.
Long. Long.
I'm never going to sleep again.
Those
There's another soundbite you gotta create.
Those commercials are amazing.
Yeah.
Smart.
Someone beat me to it.
Yeah, that was Brittany.
Okay.
Here we go. That's awesome. Doesn't give me the price. Suck.
Okay, so then for skulls for the basic stuff, it's 1,000 for replacing the biological eye, and I guess that's going to be 500 for the cyber audio system. Jerome, if we just let them keep the cyber audio system, would that decrease the cost to get it removed?
No.
No. Okay. All right.
There's other things that go into, obviously, it's not a body chop shop.
Yeah.
So they still have to go through and clean it and make sure everything, it's working right. So there's still maintenance and whatnot that they have to do on their end. So
Got it. Okay.
It's almost better if you just take it if that's the case. You know,
Right.
Try to resell it later.
Got it.
There you go.
Okay. Well, cool. I guess we'll do that then. So that's total just 1,500 for skulls if we're
Okay.
keeping track.
Yes, I am. Got my little cheat sheet running.
Okay.
1,500 for you, 3,000 for Ghost.
Here we go. This should be it. Aha. Okay, so to replace an AV4, this would actually still be available. It's not really affected by the issues with the supply chain, but you're looking new 600,000.
Ooh,
Yeah.
this
I
pig,
was
no,
afraid of that.
he's getting used.
Yeah, his wasn't new when we crashed it.
No.
No, it wasn't. But finding one at this point is going to be a problem. You're still looking at a couple 100,000.
Right.
Is there any way to get one that just needs fixed up and Octavia works on it? Would it be
If you,
cheaper to do that and get parts?
it would be. But the problem you're going to run into is it's going to take time to obviously put everything back together and repair it. But yes, you
I'm
could go
okay
to
with that.
you could go to a junkyard and start working to try and piece that together.
Do we want to go that route?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not sure that I want to go that route. If we can find one for 200, I'd rather have this off our plate.
Well, I will let you
I
guys
guess-
decide that, but let's go ahead and keep looking up equipment or cybernetics and get all that out of the way.
Right.
I mean, I guess if we can find one, then that's fine.
Yeah, I
but
mean, yeah, that's fine with me too. But if we
just
can't find one, then we
guessing
just need
that-
to get a junker and fix it up.
yeah, I'm guessing this
Well,
would probably be more economical.
And the other option is maybe the gentleman knows of one that could be purchased that would be reasonable.
Yeah, could have a conversation with him, see if something can be worked out, or if he's willing to wait longer to get that payback.
Okay. Alrighty. So how much do we want to reserve for that out of the 5?
I would say 2.
Okay.
I'm good with
So-
2.
Okay. So we're going to reserve 200 for that. Okay. And I've got 4,500 for the 2 walking wounded. Justin, do I have anything from you that has to be deducted?
His new set of clothes, I posted it in the chat. It's $34.60 for his armored clothing.
3460. Okay, I've got it.
Oh, we have to replace our clothing.
If it was
Well-
special armor and whatnot, yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Yep.
he has fashion. He has
Yeah, I would've
custom made fashion wear. So
I would have been wearing my sneak suit, so shoot.
Oh,
Yeah.
so then
Oh, yes.
so then Vision's lost his
Yes.
man.
Thingies.
Okay. Yeah.
I have all that stuff on my sheet, so I'm just going to take my sheet and total it up, and the weapons will get doubled. And that's why I said my shit's expensive.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
Okay, so what he was wearing at
the
the time.
There is a quick list, however, in the Discord chat pinned for weapons and equipment, so you can pull that off.
Yeah.
It's just a PDF file.
The only thing that Octavia would need to be replaced is her 357 mag automatic carbine, which is 445, and her 44 mag revolver, which is
Is that
405.
doubled? Are those doubled? Weapons are
Mhm, yep.
doubled per Jerome.
Oh, no, that's what's just the base costs. 445 and 405.
Figure out what your weapons cost is and either tell it to me now or post it in the text so I can
Okay.
deduct it off.
Okay, that's about 1,700 for me.
1,700 for you.
Is the armor cost double too, or just weapons?
Yeah, armor cost too. Mhm.
Okay.
Shoot. Okay.
Yep, supply chain is a pain in the butt right now, unfortunately.
3,000 for me.
3,000 for you. Okay.
let me figure out the math.
Thankfully,
on
you
the-
guys have got the eddies for it.
Yes.
I hate that we're like we're gonna be we won't get to keep much of the stuff that we just earned.
Oh no, I'm trying to keep it so I'll be able to give everyone a nice hug. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but that's why I'm like, he went to like, we'll divide it. I'm like, oh no, man, I got to tell you right now, I'm shuddering at what my cost is going to be just to fix replace my equipment.
500 is doesn't stretch that far.
If I want my
It was
same
550,000.
type of
FYI.
Still,
rifle with the smart link is going to be 5,000 doubled. Like it's doubled. It's 2,500 doubled.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Well, we can we can readjust once we find out what our recouping costs are, of course, if we need to.
Well, that's like I said, my armor alone is going to run me 10K.
Yeah.
And it means I've got to replace my smart goggles too. Shoot.
Yep. Any equipment and any armor, and like anything that you've got listed on your sheet right now is weapons, equipment, armor, all needs to be replaced.
So like the Times Square Plus has to be replaced too?
I'm sorry, the what?
Well, no, that's kind of like cybernetics.
Yeah, if it's already
Yeah, that's
within
on
you,
there.
Never
that's
mind.
not
If
taken
it's a
out.
That's on your
cybernetic
chip.
that's in you, no. If it was in
Okay.
your smart goggles, yes, you do.
Yeah, with 3 data chips. Shoot. Okay. Okay, I need pen and paper.
so I'll give you my data chip for the AV flying if you want it. I'm not. I was gonna sell it, so you can have it back, or you can have
I
it.
tagged you in Discord, Steven.
Yeah, that would be good because I'm still learning that.
You put it in Discord?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
let
if
me
you
go
guys
to
want to just
CP chat.
put your totals, like individually do up your totals, look up your weapons and equipment, and just put it there so Steven can do it, that would help a whole
Yep.
lot.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got Justin's 7460.
Yeah, that gives me a fin roll, my battle gloves, my Colt AMT back, and my a new set of clothes.
Yeah, whatever. And because that way we can kind of speed it along. Just put your total and let me
Yep.
know.
I'll be right
Not-
back.
Mhm.
You got
Hey,
it.
at least I still have my 2 cans of PBR at home. Hell yeah!
I'm a musician. I can't go out there looking
Whatever.
like I'm not a musician.
2, 6,
I'm a little bit appalled that
8.
it's that much, even though you had a hookup. Like, did they give you a
88.
discount at all?
89.
I forgot if out of character. I forgot if I actually get a discount or not. But it's his aunt who works at Fashion Wear, who gets him custom made and quicker turnaround for armored clothing.
97.
I just hope she gives you a discount. Because otherwise, what's the point?
The fin fowl we left at home, so we didn't lose that.
Oh, that's one.
2, 6.
Let's say she took her sniper rifle with her. Left the fin fowl at home. AR-15 we still have.
Oh, my smart helmet is 800. Ouch. That's going to be 600.
All I can say is my armor alone is running me 17.6.
Ooh, maybe I should buy some armor.
That's some
Your
crazy
armor?
armor.
My armor. The helmet, my Giovanni helmet with the SP20 and was gas proof. That alone is 4K.
God,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So you had like really, really nice shit.
I had really nice shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
5720.
Okay, that's Octavia.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I should get more just to match your prices, man.
Please don't.
You wondered why I kept surviving some of those shootouts despite being last?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
I think that does it.
By the way, my notes for this are just going to say we budgeted.
Yep.
Good. That's fine.
Okay.
Although
Kelly
a
posted
sneak
hers.
suit, that cannot be affordable.
It wasn't that bad compared to Amori. The suit is 560 times 2. And the helmet is 185 times 2.
So you're telling me you have 12K?
Me?
No, I'm talking to Brittany.
No, I accounted for it. It's good.
Okay.
Justin was just commenting.
Okay.
Posting my thing for a Steven, 11,164 for a restore for skulls.
Okay. And I need to go back to mine and make sure I've got everything. Weapons is next. Ouch, that's going to be painful.
What
I was
sucks
just
is,
thinking. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say what sucks for Octavia is that that rifle was her dad's. She can't replace that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Next time we'll remind our kidnappers we want our sentimental value things back.
Yeah, no kidding.
I was going to say
Man,
probably
it was
all
mine
of the
too.
food. All of the food in Sam's fridge is going to be, bad now. And then I thought, actually, probably not.
Yeah. Since most of
It's
it's probably
probably fine.
kibble. Yeah, it's probably fine.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that is the
Does that
one
stuff
benefit.
expire?
Yeah, that is the one benefit to the way food is processed now in Cyberpunk. It does last quite a while.
Yeah.
That's why it takes us forever to decompose.
Yep, the preservatives.
Mine is 22K replacement.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Whoever your fence is, Amore, they are going to be looking at this and going, "Wow, are you setting up an army?"
Nope. What I'm going to do is I'm going to call our preferred arms broker.
Oh, no.
Yep. And
The
I'm going
Rooski.
to just tell them, here's some the items that I'm interested in, and I'll let him go to town and tell him I fear to have it in a 2 week. What are we looking at, Jerome? About 2 weeks for everyone to be up and out?
3 for the most severely injured.
3 weeks,
think,
yeah.
roughly,
So
yeah.
Wait, even with the nanite stuff?
I think so,
Oh,
yeah.
my.
Because it's with the nanites, it gets it all the way down to, I think, 1 per day. I think if
Yeah.
I remember correctly,
Oh, otherwise, what would it be?
it would be a lot
months.
longer.
Yeah.
Well, that means
Okay.
he can basically go home at 7 days and then rest the last day at home.
Okay, so I've got 22. I have skulls at 11,164 and 15 and 45 plus 45 plus 600.
It's 1 point per day in addition to normal healing. So whatever normal is. Hold on, I'll find it. I'm on the page. Let me just read.
Oh yeah, that definitely means that Stolas will be probably the first one out there.
Basically, rounding up at this point without someone, I've fudged a little bit. We're looking at 50K in equipment replacements.
That's really not that
Oh,
bad.
that's not that bad.
No.
Mm-mm.
I love that half of it is yours.
Yeah.
Um,
It happens.
I do have a question because Octavia will keep herself busy while they're all in the hospital. I want to look.
Not to interrupt, Shelley.
Mhm.
At this point, Stolas, unless you start back on the drugs, you are kicked.
Ooh.
So
Don't-
just as an FYI.
Don't even.
Would Skulls notice that he's probably kicked it by now by just noticing his
Oh, yeah.
behavior and stuff? Okay,
Yeah,
sweet.
you're used to monitoring him just
Yeah.
because you kept needing the Narcon, on you. So yeah,
Right, sweet.
100%.
Okay.
So, anyways, I'm sorry, Shelley, go ahead.
No, I want to. Octavia wants to look for some paint because she wants to repaint their main vehicle and puts their logo on it
Okay.
as a surprise for when everybody gets out of the hospital.
I'm not
Oh,
going to
yeah,
make you
don't-
roll for
So-
that. If you want to deduct 100 credits for, several cans of paint, that's fine.
Normal
Doesn't-
checks with med tech healing, which I'm guessing is the doctors making medical checks for us.
Mhm.
That's 1 point per day. With the nanobots, it's 2 points per day.
Nice.
So for me, it
Okay.
would take 12 days with 28 points of damage, or 24 points of damage.
So when Ghost gets her vehicle back, it's going to be kind of like a desert camo,
Okay.
with their logo in like a darker brown.
Okay. And Steven, write down that you have a reroll for Amori. You just got
Okay.
redeemed by Justin.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. At this
For managing
point,
the finances.
at this
Thank you.
point, everyone's got their stuff. The medical's been paid. We take 200 and set it aside for the AV4. That'll leave 300
Almost.
almost. And we're going to
Huh.
take 100 and drop it on the loan.
Right. And then can we put 100 in a kitty fund and just kind of put it aside for emergency purposes only for the team?
We have that already.
Do we?
We have a fund like that we kind of, it's like a group fund for
That
buying.
Yeah, but how much is in it right now?
It's a revolving line of credit right now that's currently extended.
That we
Right, yeah.
that we just dropped 200 back into.
Okay. I just
So-
didn't know if you guys wanted to keep using the revolving credit or if we just wanted to have a kitty fund of our own.
We actually had a discussion once before, and at that time, that's why everyone's getting paid and had their own money, so that, like, I know me and Skulls have gone through our funds a couple times. We set aside our money. Brittany's done the same thing. Ghost went through it when she got shut up the first time. So,
Okay, that's fine.
I mean,
Yeah, no, that's fine.
okay. Let's see here. So we're talking 6 people, correct?
7.
7 people. We could give everyone 20K. That would be 140. And it still leaves some over that we just slough into the general account, or we can set inside, like you were talking about, having a ready cash account, for lack of better wording.
A slush fund.
Yeah.
So 20K?
The petty
20K.
cash.
Okay.
Awesome.
Say, okay.
20K each.
Sweet.
There you go.
Payout.
Boop.
Okay.
Just put a big
For
200.
old
some of
two
you,
in
for
front of that
some of
number.
your characters, you've never had this amount, ever.
Nope.
Mm-mm. Parents have, but I have not for herself.
Okay. I'll total it all up and correct the spreadsheet after a game. I'm not going to go back into the spreadsheet at this point. We got the numbers. Okay.
Cool. Also, to let you know, during that time frame, this is going back to the quote unquote riot, whatnot. By the
Right,
time you
Maryvale.
guys start getting back to Maryvale, you would notice that the marshal had been hanging around, kind of just moseying literally around Maryvale, and had been assisting the your security team there, which we never named the chief of security, who is working under Visions. So his name is Elijah Murphy.
Okay.
So just as an FYI.
Mm-hmm.
But he was on hand and just kind of stayed around long enough to make sure the job had been done. So he was there for the riot one and left afterwards. The obviously there during this time frame, you guys will need to take care of the finances, not only for the loan but also for food and well, just an influx of food and miscellaneous supplies for everybody. Going cheap, meaning and not caring about where the trash goes. You can get away with doing the like making sure there's plenty of paper plates on hand and things like that for disposals. For the 200 people you've got here, probably $1,000 would do it, and also give you a bit of a buffer of just like generic paper cups, plates, and so on and so forth. The food, if you're going simple with the kibble for everybody, because nobody at this point there there is a couple little minor stores. There isn't any sort of there's no like soup kitchen or anything of that nature that operates here, so pretty much everybody still has to fend for themselves as far as food is concerned. If you're wanting to supply that for the people here, you could probably get away with enough, like we're talking like big bags of dog food like kibble, in essence, buying it bulk. You could probably get away with that, I would say probably for probably 2,000, purchasing it bulk.
Okay.
So
and
opening up our own soup kitchen like thing.
Emergency wares or whatnot, just in case. I mean, not only would it be for you, but it could be something that could then in turn be sold. You could sell that to the people that were there and start making a commerce, off of it.
And if I decided I just wanted prepackaged, say, I could go at 3K?
Oh, you mean stepping that up?
Yeah.
Yeah. In essence, the equivalent to TV meals. Yeah.
Yep. That's what we'll do.
Yeah, we could do that.
Okay. So
And you said this about the time our bills come due again, right? So I need to take off the amount that I pay for my rent and whatnot.
That is correct.
Oh
Well,
yeah, we gotta pay for
You're
our.
only paying for rent if you don't stay here in Maryville, which for some of you, I understand you probably don't. So
yeah.
And we also gotta pay for our trauma team account.
that is correct. So deduct any monthly costs for trauma team, rent, things of that nature from your accounts. Vision, I can see Davey staring intently at his character sheet. Vision doesn't have anything like that as a nomad. he was actually staying in Maryville.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
I have
Octavia would have moved
fresh-
over to Maryville.
I commute. I have a nice place to stay.
Yeah, totally understandable.
Okay. So I've got
Stolas has
4K for
needs.
the auxiliary stuff that takes care of the food and the utensils. Anything else I need to budget, Jerome?
That's really it.
Okay.
Now, if you wanted to add to the place, you can. Just let me know if that's something you're wanting to do. Like right now, there is no active plumbing in the area. That's going to take some work. Obviously, some of it's in place, but nothing's hooked up or whatnot. This whole area is dilapidated. There's also an opportunity to build out the power grid so that everybody here has access to power. Not everybody does, for the exact same reasons.
Going from the sanitary point, I would think water would be slightly more critical. So that would be something that I would look at first.
A part of the sewer, yeah.
Yeah, water and sewage, because we don't want the sewage that's going to spread disease.
Yeah, that would be number one. Electricity would be number two because it's hot out here. Everybody having access to air conditioning or something else would be great, so they don't die from heat stroke.
Yep.
Okay. So, alrighty. When you get a chance, Jerome, just give me some figures for the water and electricity, and
Well,
after I
that-
get through
Some of that's
doing
going to
the-
be role play. You guys are
Okay,
going
that's
to want to survey the area and like find
Okay.
out the damage and what's that's something you guys can role play, and that may be something like with Octavia's tech or whatnot. she might be able to help pitch in and
Okay.
cut corners or find out how best to set this up. So it's definitely
Okay.
something, an angle you guys can role play into. So
Okay.
as that
Okay.
comes up, I'll let you guys know.
All right. Okay. So all those issues are taken care of. Alrighty. That was fun.
I'm having a hard time finding the where the arrows are. Because I imagine Vision's lost all those arrows, right?
He did.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't remember what book that came out of offhand. Sorry.
Let's see.
When you did the math, did you include ammo for the weapons?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't.
Well, because mine from the book, it came with the. What I did is my base pay with my couple of boxes of ammo when I bought this. That was all in one, for like
That's fine.
$4.50 for one. I just doubled everything.
Hey, Skulls, add like 6K to your sheet. Because Ghost is gonna pay you
Oh,
like
okay.
what she owes you. She's like, nope, here for whatever work you did back in the day. She's like, I still owe you money. I'll take 6K off.
Look at that honesty. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Ghost
Yeah.
is very upfront.
That
with-
is a rarity in Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to feel beholden like she needs to actually
yeah.
like. She doesn't like the debt thing. Maybe it's a pirate thing, but she's like, nope, I'm not going to be in debt with them.
Very nomad.
After my family worked for corpos.
Mhm.
Yep.
Much appreciated.
Alrighty. Maury's going to go back to when he gets a chance room, walking around, talking to people, seeing if there's anything else that needs to be addressed as an issue.
Sure. So I don't think arrows were on here. I think I ended up, we just came up with a charge 50 credits or something, and there you go. Because I mean, it's arrows.
Mm-hmm.
They can be made if necessary. So. Really? Someone's got an alarm.
That was not me, by the way.
That's my child probably trying to
Oh, coming home and playing with the
Using-
doorbell?
using my yep.
Stolas will pay for his own ammo. That's how I'm resolving this part.
Yeah, I think that's probably just.
There
Yeah.
are some arrows listed in special ammo in the what is it called? The Black Hands street weapons.
Oh, there you go.
And
Black
say that's usually what you do with arrows.
If you have special tips, yeah, that makes sense. If you're going to Rambo it up and have explosive tips and whatnot.
Yeah.
So,
go.
as you guys are making your way around, Amori obviously starting to do so. Of course, you do find out about the problem with the food, which you guys are getting that taken care of in that month time frame.
Mm-hmm.
You guys also do hear from the security group that somebody new came to the area while you guys were away. She's kept to herself. Nobody seems to really know who she is. But given the fact that there are still issues with obviously people, making money, or finding ways to make money. The security force right now, they haven't done anything about it, but they would tell you that this individual could either fall prey to like a pimp, or could, wind up, kidnapped and turned into, God knows what, if that was the case. Like they have that level of beauty, like
Okay.
it's a concern because she's too good looking.
Gotcha.
Maury would ask for an escort to where they think she's at.
It's
So
docs
that,
you love.
I want your sex. Boom, 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 boom. He's got hip hugger tight jeans, just stone washed. Comes walking up. Ow! Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Need one of the themes from that medical show.
Yeah.
But you guys go. I mean, so Amore and whoever else wants to go could probably go. I'll let you guys decide.
I can go with. I wouldn't mind checking it out.
So Elijah ends up McDreamy. So Elijah ends up taking you to the building she happens to be at. Knocks on the door, asks for her to open up, and when she does open up, the clothing she's in is pretty rough. She's obviously got really no money or little money to her name. Clothing that she's wearing is homeless chic, a la Cyberpunk. It's just whatever you could find and continue to use, that didn't fall apart in essence. However, all of you recognize her from the Karoshi job.
From the Karoshi job.
Uh-huh. It's Kiani Taylor, the model that you guys basically took, who had
that was a solo mission.
Oh, so okay. So then
That was just me.
okay, so then Sam
I
recognizes.
don't remember this mission. I'm trying to sit here and try to remember what this mission was.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
thinking,
There we go. So at any rate, so Sam, you would recognize her.
Didn't we help a model from a No, that was a DJ that we helped from a crazy stalker guy.
Yes, yes, that was.
Oh, that's true.
yeah, that's who I was thinking, but I'm thinking, wait, that wasn't a model.
Jerome, what was her name again?
Her name is
Kiani
Kiani Taylor.
Kiani.
Before
Go ahead.
before we move on, did we get like a final cost or price of what our cuts are going to be?
20K.
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 20K. Okay, thank you for that.
Yep.
My apologies.
Are we out of the hospital now? Or
Yes.
Okay.
By this point, everybody is out of the hospital.
Yay.
All right, let me.
Looking
rid of
spiffy
all
with
those.
your regenerated equipment and new clothing.
Oh, that I'm thinking about it. Octavia would have repainted Doc's car too, since she kind of trashed it when they used it last. So it's black.
Okay.
Finally, it doesn't look like garbage anymore.
No,
Ah.
it just kept her busy while you guys were in the hospital.
Sweet.
Okay, so we see this. Are we like talking to this girl, or are we like just in?
Well, Maury with the escort and whoever went are talking to him. I'm hoping that you agreed to go with, because
Okay.
otherwise the conversation will take a slightly different bent.
Yeah, because
Right.
it was just gonna be me and Amori, but maybe it should be you and Amori.
Well, fair warning. I was in disguise, so she doesn't know what I look like. I wasn't me. So
As Maury's in the headset going like, in disguise? She's not going to...
I
yes.
recognize
Yes.
this girl.
Would you like to elaborate as Maury clearly turns his head and looks over his shoulder at Sam?
Presumably,
Okay.
we're backing up and you're having this conversation.
As we're walking up, yes, and she goes, I recognize her.
Well,
Sorry.
like as the door opens.
Yep.
Great. Okay. Sam is gonna try and signal Amore to say later. And then she'll she'll turn to the girl and say, "Hey, you're new here, right?"
And she kind of, looks around, keeping her head ducked down. She's a bit on the dirty side, but I mean, even with her dressed down, like she's still like a 6 or 7. So it's painfully obvious she doesn't really belong here, sort of thing. And she, nods, but keeps her, doesn't look at you guys directly the whole time.
It looks like you could use a bit of a soft landing. Have you eaten anything in a while?
And she, kind of looks around and she says, I had something out of the trash recently.
Oh no. Okay.
Amori's going to let Sam attend to the woman's needs, and you can communicate to me in, say, an hour's time if there's any other action we need to take to make sure that this doesn't result in a problem long or short term.
Yeah, I'll catch up with you in a little bit.
And then me and Elijah will, I'll ask Elijah if there's anything else that I should be looking at.
I mean, he just kind of like looks out, because you guys are like on the second floor of one of the buildings nearby. He looks around and he says, I mean, we could, if we get it, we could probably use like some sort of street cleanup or something. There's only so much people picking up will do. Some of these, this is like cement and boulders and, something, some piece of equipment or something that would help us start repairing some of these buildings would probably be amazing. Like a bucket truck or something.
What if we rented something?
I mean, sure.
Okay. I'll look into see. Does he have an idea where we could rent a piece of equipment that would solve this issue? Okay. Then it's something.
This was just one of the guys. Yeah, even though he's the chief, he had a little bit more aptitude. Actually, the chief here is he was a former cop, so I mean, he kind of knows the law, but not civics or anything like that. So no.
Okay. All right. So then it's going to be a rental equipment issue. Okay. All righty. And is he talking like you've seen the little bucket things? They're like a forklift with a bucket on them. Is that what he's talking about, or one of the bigger ones, which actually is hard on the
Honestly, anything that's going to help them repair some of the building structurally.
Okay.
So whatever you guys are able to work out is fine. That's just as he explains. That's just the first thing that came to mind.
Okay. All righty. That shouldn't be too difficult. I'll find out when I go to actually cost it. But okay. All right.
And he says, and while you're at it, I mean, I know this is all kind of ad hoc. He says, we may have the opportunity, instead of hooking up directly to the power grid, I don't know, maybe finding some solar panels or something.
Okay. It's an excellent thought. And Amori's going to transfer about 200 eddies to him and tell him if that's just for help in covering whatever needs to be done, that he doesn't have to come constantly coming to me for stuff.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate it.
And then we'll go back to just doing our walk around while Sam does her thing. And
so she's very timid. Not quite as scared now that the security is gone at this point, but and based on what's in the apartment, in essence, that she's squatting in, she doesn't really have anything to her name. Like, she has a backpack, and it doesn't even look like it has really anything in it. It's probably just used if she can scavenge some stuff and then go back someplace to safe. I mean, she's sleeping on the floor. There's no bedding or anything in here. You know, and there's some scraps of trash, you know, over where the like the closet was at one point in time. Probably where she scavenged something from trash piles outside.
So nobody's living in this apartment? Like nobody's occupying this?
No. No, well, I mean, she is. Right now, nobody officially lives anywhere in this area. It's just where they decided to squat. And you guys just pretty much officially just said, "Yeah, take it." Then, you know,
Okay, so that's fine. That's not like troublesome.
no, not at all.
Okay.
No, I mean, you've got 200 people in this block radius here, and that's still like, I mean, that's like an apartment complex. So in essence, you guys kind of have like a big apartment complex that stretches off, you know, if you guys remember the map, that stretches off like 4 corners, you know, of, you know, Thomas and 35th, I think, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if you're thinking apartment complex terms, it's plenty of room. It's just the facilities here and whatnot, it's all really ragged because, you know, nobody's really officially lived out here in quite a while. And it's, you know, weather damaged and abandoned and so on and so forth.
Is there any place in the community where that's like selling like used clothes?
Yes. That was one of the first vendors that you guys had. If you remember,
Okay.
it's
and-
right across. It's literally like where you guys have set up shop. It was directly across the street from that corner.
How about a place where she could get cleaned up? Like, is there like
Unfortunately, no, nothing like that. Unless you take her back to your place, the group clubhouse, in essence, where the garage and whatnot's at. You guys don't really have like restrooms put up there, but you've got you basically have like you've got a couple containers that house water in it. All you have to do is, you know, pump it some to get some air in it, and you just dump a hose over. It's nothing fancy, but it's something.
Is she like dirtier than everybody else in the neighborhood?
No, it's pretty comparable. I mean,
Okay.
pretty much everybody here is still living in squalor.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I will take her elbow and I'll say, look, let's get you set up a little bit. You're gonna be staying here for a while. My name's Sam, and it's my crew that manages this place.
And she says, "Oh, so you're one of them?"
Them.
What's the term? Like an edge runner or something?
Yes.
I heard that there was some sort of gang that controlled this area. I just I didn't have anywhere else to go.
Yeah, that's I mean, we're not exactly a gang, but yeah, that's us. And yeah, you're kind of conspicuous, so I like to just make sure that you don't get into any trouble or that nobody gives you trouble while you're here. So
She says,
come with me,
you know,
let's get you set up a little.
I'm sorry. I'm happy to pay however
No.
I can."
I mean, we can
And she-
figure that out.
She, you know, starts to expose some shoulder.
No. Honey, no. You don't need to do that.
Are you sure? I mean, because I don't have any eddies. I don't. And she's beside herself, and and anxious, so it's hard for her, and stammering, so it's really hard for her to kind of form a cohesive sentence.
Look, I know it's kind of hard to believe, but this is your first day. We can figure out how you can belong in Maryvale, what you can do to contribute to the community. But for now, let's just get you a meal and some cleaner clothes on the house.
Okay, she just nods, but kind of, hugs her arms to her body, sort of thing, just really reserved, keeping to herself.
So I'm gonna walk with her to the used clothing stand, and we'll pick out a few things.
Okay,
Just stuff that's serviceable.
sure. Erase 10 eddies to give her a whole new outfit.
Okay,
Man, that's some high dollar clothes there.
right?
And it is genuinely new clothes, in the sense that they don't have like worn holes or stains on or anything, but it's generic in the sense of like, it's what tourists probably would have got back in the day. Like, I love Arizona, that sort of thing, so, I mean, it's very basic, but way better than what she had on.
And then I'll take her to a food stand,
Okay.
and we'll get her a meal, and then I'll take her somewhere that we can just kind of sit and chat while she eats her whatever kibble, probably.
Well, if you went to one of the food stands,
Then it's something a little more.
yeah, it's
probably like
a little different. Yeah, it's rat kebab.
Oh, no, not a scop dog.
Yeah.
Rat kebab. Okay,
You-
well, if she'll
you
eat
have
it,
you have the choice of scop dogs too.
I will let her choose.
She would go with scop dogs in. She's
Okay,
familiar
well-
with that.
We'll get a scop dog.
If you're gonna feed her, she can actually put down 4 of them right now.
Yeah,
Like, she's
We'll go
looking
for
a
it.
little emaciated. So
I mean, even for a model.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
And then before I take her
It's gonna
home,
cost
so like
you
after
5 for the scop dogs. I know
Oh,
we're big
man.
spenders today.
this, unbelievable. Before I take her home, we're gonna get her like a week's worth of kibble or something. But for now, we'll sit and chat, and I can kind of feel her out.
Okay.
Ooh.
Metaphorically.
So why don't you give me
That'll bring out the. Yep.
why don't you give me a persuasion fast talk check?
Okay. Is this the first roll of the night?
It is the first
Yes.
roll of the night.
Oh,
Go,
good.
Sam. Show us what that roller's got.
Okay. Persuasion fast talk.
So that would be empathy. Persuasion fast talk.
Oh, I need to roll for my humanity.
14.
bonus. Oh.
It's
Yeah.
still running a little low.
Yeah, got a 14. Okay. She doesn't talk much. Obviously, you do find out what she does say is that obviously she had money at one point in time. Something happened. She lost it all. And she's been trying to look for someplace safe for like 2 weeks now.
Sam's gonna ask if she's Phoenix native.
Give me another roll. See if you get anything better. That wasn't bad, but she's still clearly guarded.
$17.
Okay. You get her to open up a little bit more. she says, I'm actually from Texas originally, Dallas.
Wow, I've never been to Texas.
She said, I ended up landing a great modeling job. I've been to Paris and I've been to London and I've been to Night City and Tokyo, and this was just going to be a regular gig. It all went sideways, and I've been blamed and as a co-conspirator or somebody that's behind it, and now everybody seems to want me.
Sorry to hear that. That's rough. Well, we'll see what we can do to get you back on your feet. Maryvale's not a lot. We're still kind of building it up, but it's become a little community, and we want everyone here to be safe. So, how long have you been here in Maryvale?
I've only been here a couple days.
You haven't really met anybody, made friends or anything?
No.
Okay.
She says there was a guy who kept coming around saying that, he would give me money for stuff, and I was about ready to take him up on it because I haven't had a decent meal in, I don't know, a week.
Well, I don't want you to have to do that if you don't want to. So,
Sam, do you have that New York Times ticker in your eye?
no.
Okay. What do you have for your cyber optics? Is it just the camera and?
I have the camera, low light, and teleoptic,
Okay. Just thought I'd check.
and the thing that it does.
Right.
That's all.
Okay.
Maybe I should invest in the Times Square thing, because that could be handy as far as news.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I have.
In essence, it's a built-in scream sheet. So.
Is that for like messages, or is it for anything?
I believe it's for like news updates and bulletins and stuff. It's like having, it's like literally having a ticker, updated news and whatnot.
Sam would definitely need that. Okay, I will make a note and I'll buy that.
Okay.
Yeah, Octavia has that.
So you guys you are taking care of her then at this point. I mean, she literally has like nothing to her name. There's nothing. There's no furnishings. There's nothing in the apartment.
I'll do what I can that's like easily accessible here, and I'll try and like introduce her to maybe some of the women in the community that I think might like look out for her or like kind of help her.
Okay.
That sort of thing. I'll get her some.
Keep in mind things are still pretty cutthroat. So if it's not like a direct order or something, and they're not getting something out of it, they may not look out for her.
Okay.
But you guys still have that kind of stroke. I mean, you're basically the protectors of this area. So if you tell some people, hey, watch out for this person, and you offer to pay him in something, yeah, I mean, they'll do it.
Okay. What do we think about Elijah? Is he like a stand-up guy?
That's actually why you got him, is because he was a former cop.
Yep.
Okay, so maybe once I'm done with her, I'll have a word with him and have him kind of look out for her.
All right.
But I'll like get her set up with some simple whatever's nearby that we can kind of outfit her place, and also get her some kibble for the next few days.
Okay. That'll work. What is the rest of the team doing at this point?
Stolas is being very, very selfish now that he's back in the lap of luxury again. Hold on, let me put that in quotations. Luxury.
Okay.
Because it still is cyberpunk.
Right.
Keep in mind we
and-
can't see you, so your air quotes went unnoticed. But
I realize that. He actually spent.
I heard them.
Because he would have been out of the hospital like a couple weeks before them, because he only had minor injuries in comparison. He spends that time at home relaxing.
okay.
And then whenever everyone's ready to get back together, he'll go back out and meet them. But he practices and he tries to get. He starts checking the sheets again to see if anyone's looking for a bassist, guitarist, whatever.
Okay. Cool. All right. Visions.
That's a good question. Visions took a lot of damage, so he'd probably be one of the last ones out.
So still relaxing, basically.
I think once he gets home, to Maryvale, yeah, he'd probably be taking it easy.
Okay.
Probably messing around with cars or something, but not too much.
Octavia was supposed to be teaching him how to
That's
maintenance his vehicle. So she'd
That's
probably be
right. So
teaching him.
yeah, he would get with Octavia, and we'd be talking shop.
Okay.
Skulls would probably one of the first things he'd do. He'd probably like go along with Visions back to Shadow Mountain Clan to visit, primarily to get his cut to get like that emblem attached to his the back of his armor, so that he's always wearing the Shadow Mountain emblem.
Okay. Getting the clan patch attached.
Exactly.
Nice.
Works.
Would you say he pays his dues?
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir. The check is in the mail.
Octavia will also be checking with Skulls to find out what could be done for a skin weave for her. She seems to be about the only one that doesn't have one.
Oh yeah, we gotta get that taken care of. Yeah, you can't live without skin weave, as I've demonstrated.
Yeah, you could have gotten it done at the hospital, right?
That's
Oh no, you need a ripper doc, don't you?
Yeah, something like that could have been installed. At your hospital stay, like I had mentioned before that Cybernex one, that was all on you, but you're bringing it up now. Obviously, it's a past tense, so
Yeah.
right.
you'd have to do it now. So you'd have to go and buy the unit in essence, and then have like Skulls put it in you.
Yeah.
Right, and she probably would prefer to have Skulls put it in anyways.
Sure.
Would I happen to know how much?
Ghost, stop it.
Would I happen to know how much that system would be? Like, would one be available to obtain in order to implant?
You'd have to shop around, but yes, and that would be ×2 the cost.
Okay.
Ghost is recovering. She's having her arm regrown and her leg grown, so she will hand over her cybernetic arm to Doc to go either keep on the shelf in case someone needs it, or sell as needed.
Okay. So while you were in the hospital, then you had your arm and leg replaced.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and the other thing that Octavia would be asking him about is removing the scar on her face.
Oh, yeah. That's
Up your attractiveness.
that's actually easy. I can get that done in half an hour if you like.
Yeah, I would.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't take a lot. Let me get you set up there, and then after that, you'll see the work, see if I need to do any touch up, and then we'll go shopping for your skin weave. Make sure you don't die.
So, Dale, I will let you look that up and then make that roll.
Cool.
'Cause I think it's all in the same spot
Yeah, I think you're
for
right.
body sculpting.
Stolas will do one thing for everybody else. He buys each of them a bottle of wine.
Ah, okay.
Wow.
So he's not
Fancy.
entirely selfish.
Understood. While you are quote unquote recovering, are you visiting bench press?
She hasn't moved in yet.
No, she hadn't. Well, yes.
Okay. Then let me ask, because she's going to come with vices. Are you partaking?
No.
Ooh, okay. So then only alcohol, I take it?
Alcohol and weed.
Okay, well it's close enough, but obviously not the hard stuff. Okay.
Octavia would be so proud of him.
He will explain somehow or another he got lost in the desert being chased by people on motorcycles. And I might have just had a psychotic break. It might be a bit too much for me.
Okay. Why don't you give me an endurance check? So roll your body and endurance.
I'm glad I got my endurance up.
So's bench press.
I don't want to know.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
Wow, burning a reroll for a personal encounter.
What did you
I have
roll?
a
One?
He did?
reputation.
He
I have
needs
a
it.
reputation. 14.
What is your body?
4.
Ooh.
Oh my.
Oh
Oh.
my goodness.
Okay.
Death by snoo.
So, yes, you are able to stay conscious longer.
Oh.
But bench press, yeah, is just ragdolling you all over your place. Like, I mean, like at one point she's treating you like a smoke signal, and you're the blanket, just like, and then in other cases, it's the simple, roadhouse up against the wall, and at other points, it's the basic, on bed, but for the most part, it's like one step below straight violence.
Wow.
She is, and the one downside to actually partaking of the drugs is you didn't really notice how rough it got. Now that you've got the endurance and you're not imbibing on the stuff, you're just like, whoa, this is like the eighth wonder of the world here at this point. It's just, it's low grade dangerous.
Full
Whoever-
body contact.
Whoever did the work on the Mr. Stud unit did not miss a nerve ending. Woo!
Oh my God.
Thank you, Ric Flair. Woo! So, at any rate, I will get back to you. You guys are dealing with body sculpting. Visions in the meantime is just chilling while Octavia is getting worked on. Amori is just tending to stuff at around Maryvale, the new locale. And speaking of which, did you make a payment on the loan?
Yes.
Okay.
The payment for the loan, we were putting 100K down on the loan in addition to the
Nice.
the normal monthly. Yeah. Gonna
Okay.
knock it down 100K and make the monthly payment.
Okay, make sure you mark that off because that's
Yeah, it'll all be on. Like I said, I'll do this.
Yeah, that's almost half, I think, between the two.
It's a decent amount, and makes Amori much happier. Much happier.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So while you are getting that taken care of, Sam, why don't you give me a give me See, I wish this, and they may have it in red. I don't know. I haven't really cracked that. I bought the game and I still haven't really cracked it open. But I would like just straight up investigation, and they don't have that.
Yeah.
So intelligence. So give me intelligence, and we'll just go awareness notice at this point as you're poking around looking for jobs.
I'm looking for jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You don't have to take them, but it's good to know.
I mean, for us as a group.
Just in general. I mean, like I said, you don't have to take them. You're just right now poking around to see what's out there.
Yeah.
Well, I thought maybe she needed a new waitress job.
I mean, there's that too, but yeah, she doesn't. I wasn't assuming she was doing that.
Yeah, I'll probably do that in RP. $17.
Oh, nice. Okay. So you see several, the typical type jobs, like somebody wants somebody rubbed out. Another one, somebody wants somebody because they're missing. There's, jobs out there for, although they don't give the details, it's like smash and grab or theft, type of jobs. Not paying too terribly great, but I mean, you see some decent stuff floating around out there on the CityNet. However, you do find one for Kiani.
A job about her
Yes.
or a job
About her.
What does it say?
It actually has her name and her ident information, so her picture and whatnot, and it is it's actually two groups. One is an independent financier who paid for cybernetic upgrades, and the individual is behind on payment. And the other one, which is the greater of the two, is Kuroshi themselves.
Okay, so she is the one that's behind on payment on her cyberware.
Yep. Repo men.
Okay. Once I get her set up, and I ask Elijah to kind of watch out for her, I'm going to come back to the group.
And the one for Kuroshi's $50K.
Okay. I'm going to come back to the group and ask for everybody to meet.
Where?
Somewhere in private.
We will presume at this point everybody is now available. So did you make the roll or anything for the body sculpting skulls?
I was just first trying to figure out what the cost is going to be. So now that I know that cost, let me go ahead then and make that roll. 10. 22, and I believe that would work.
Wow.
All right, cool.
So at the time of this meeting, Octavia looks like the Invisible Woman, who's trying to be seen. So she's got like gauze and stuff like all over her face.
Looking good, Shum.
I'm so glad this thing is dishwasher safe.
Whoa!
Seriously?
How have y'all been doing? Please tell me y'all been relaxing and getting back into people.
Well, from the sounds of it, it sounds like
Well,
you've been getting back
metaphorically.
into people.
Oh yes, left, right, and on the ceiling.
I don't want to. Nope. Okay,
Why are
you
we
know what?
Why are you saying these things to us?
Because he's
Should we
not
just
on
go?
drugs anymore. That's why.
Is this what
Back
it's like
on the
when he's
drugs.
sober?
That's right.
They're like, look at his pupils. Look at that. See?
That's a good point.
What did you say,
Maury
Sam?
was about to say something, but then he heard Ghost comment. And he went, "Oh, nope. I'm just gonna
It's almost
shut
like we
up."
didn't even
A
know him.
little weed. I am not doing any of the hard stuff.
Yeah, see, I can tell. You act different.
Wow, it works even semi.
Strange.
I have a new leg and a new arm, so I'm pretty good.
I mean, we all lived. We can at least be a little jovial about coming back together.
I'm always jovial, and especially when everything's like firm. Yeah, right. Everything's
but-
firm.
Did you ever
Ding, ding, ding.
hear?
Yeah,
did
it
you
is.
ever hear the phrase "you shouldn't kiss and tell"? This would definitely pertain to that.
I am sure.
Really, Octavia? Have you
I'm-
heard the stuff
I'm
that's
sure
come out of
there's
his
some-
mouth?
Unfortunately, yes. Remember,
Did you
I
grow
I
up?
grew up with him
Oh, then I don't know why you're so shocked.
because I keep thinking that maybe one day he'll grow up.
He did grow up.
I kicked the hard stuff.
What I think you're trying to say is you were looking for that M word, MATURITY.
Maturity? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like the annoying little brother that's perpetual preteen.
Meh.
Anyhow,
Okay,
and you'll
so
pass out the bottles of wine now.
Aw,
Okay.
thanks.
I have a small problem, and
Already? That didn't take
Maury
long.
does laugh when you say small problem, by the way. Remembering the last small problem you brought our way.
I was gonna say that didn't take very long.
yeah. So this is kind of my own choices coming back to bite me,
Again,
sort of.
do you have much of a backside left?
She'll like kind of turn around and
What?
like stick her hip out.
That's actually gay.
Scream. Just
Good. That was pretty good, Octavia.
Okay, so
Drugs that has me on.
let me just give you a little context. I did a job, and the payout was a particular cutting edge piece of cyberware, which is, for all intents and purposes, contraband.
Shock.
like one does.
Right. No surprises there. During the course of the job, there was a casualty, basically a patsy, you could say, and
Cracking me up here.
I didn't want to kill this person because they'd done nothing wrong, but they ended up taking the fall, and now there's a bounty on them, and also, the company wants their tech back, which is not going to happen. But yeah, she's made her way here, and I feel like I kind of owe it to her to make this go away.
So you blamed this on the new girl.
I mean, not in so many words, but the company made their own conclusions, and that's
And
what they
this
came up
was
with.
something that you did outside of MC13?
Right. So here's my thought. New identity, and get her somewhere out of town.
Are we giving her a new, so like new identity? Does that mean like new face or just new paper?
Oh, she's definitely gonna need a new face.
Okay.
Well, it's a good thing you've
So-
in practice.
Does she want a new face?
I was going to say.
I think at this point she might welcome that. She is rather recognizable in her former industry.
Define recognizable.
She was a model.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay. Clearly, you're going to have to get her face changed. Is she aware of any of this that you're talking about with us right now?
No.
Okay.
She doesn't know that it was me that was involved in this operation because I was in disguise. So that's clear at least.
So let me get this right. Weeks later, because she's present and you see her, you're having a morality issue.
Pretty much. I thought that I had, put her in the clear to where she would be innocent of the wrongdoing, but clearly that didn't work out.
So you made a mess and we need to be the mop.
I mean, if you don't want in, I'm happy to, arrange this on my own, but I thought
Well,
it might be easier with the rest of us.
the problem
Yeah.
is, the problem
And
is,
the tech
Whoa.
benefits us as a team, so
What is the tech?
Yeah, I was gonna say what tech?
yeah.
wait,
If-
Sam, before you say anything, is it smart for anyone else to know?
If I'm putting my nose out on the line for her, I'm gonna want to know what I'm
Well,
putting
we haven't
my nose
gone
out
that
on the
far
line
yet.
for.
We haven't gone that far yet.
But she said I just got to be done.
Yeah, no one here's agreed to anything. You're committing people that haven't spoken yet. That don't work.
Yeah, we've got plausible deniability right now until she says anything that gives us extra info.
That's fair.
So would telling us put us in danger?
Jerome, what do I think about that?
That's a great question. Do you know of any tech that duplicates what it is that it can do?
No.
So I will let you make that determination.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's under the mountain VR level danger, but it's
Who are we talking about, Sam? Didn't you say this was Kuroshi?
So as
I mean,
as
I
Sam
didn't say that. Jerome said that.
as Sam is kind of going about like trying to explain this and mentioning danger, all of you guys hear like a faint. You know how there's the light that starts at red and it ticks down to green and you hear the boop boop boop.
Yep.
So you start hearing that from like nowhere, just like it's coming nearby, and then you hear beep, and you hear the sounds of what sounds like a blower engine just like racing, and Stolas right now is buckled over raging.
What? What? His thingy exploded?
No, it didn't explode.
Oh my.
Remote activation.
Oh
I'm
my.
assuming it's remotely activated.
Well, it's vocally activated.
It's. Oh my god!
Danger is the keyword.
Can't you like leave that at home?
Well, Stolas at this point is just like, I mean, he can barely talk, and he's buckled over like the table, so no one can really see it, but you can see that he's probably giggling immaturely like he's doing now, but he's also like getting very red in the face, as this was once again unexpectedly surprising him as he's just kind of buckled over and trying to be decent temporarily.
Skull's going to be like,
the noise is obvious. It sounds like a raging race engine right now.
what in the what did you do?
Octavia's gonna get up. She's gonna have to walk out.
You really should get that removed, Doc. I'm sorry, but that's just a liability. If we were sneaking somewhere,
Yeah, I didn't
happen?
add that feature. He had to do some custom work for that.
Is it supposed
no.
to do that?
It was a surprise, according to him. So we don't know what's in that thing. It could be spying on us right now.
It's got that one-eye camera, is what you're trying to tell me?
No, just recording or whatever. But who knows? Like,
Oh, there's like a little microphone.
Oh my god! You guys are giving me visuals I never wanted.
Who would want that footage?
don't visualize anything. Just
Well, I imagine if they gave it silicone lubricant, you could use it as a lockpick too.
Shush!
it's a surprise cyberware that we
Can't-
know nothing
can't you,
about,
like,
and now it
detect
just
and leave
remotely
it at home.
activates somehow.
Oh my!
We don't even know why that happened.
I mean, at this point, like Stolas actively passes out at what's happening, and he just kind of like slumps over the table, and eventually you hear it stop.
That's a liability
Amori goes
on
over,
a mission.
pulls his pants down, rolls him over, and takes a look at what the hell's there.
Okay, so we're not going to go that graphic, but let's just say Amori did not want to do that. So
Well, now.
Amori should probably wash up.
Oh god.
Oh,
Ghost looks just like
Lord.
totally nonplussed. She's just like, just get rid of it. Like, that seems too much trouble.
Ghost has humanity back at this point.
She does, but it's only a 4.
Well, that's pretty close to average at this point. That's not terribly low.
Okay, she'll be laughing and going, you need to get rid of that.
Amori just kind of, yeah, okay. I'm going to bill you for this, even though you can't hear me. It's coming out of your next share. Anyhow,
So
he just kind of takes a
What
picture.
were we talking about?
He takes a picture and he's going to send it to Doc and tell Doc, when you get the chance, see if you can't figure out what the heck this thing does. And maybe we
Doc
need to
right
trank
there.
them.
Yeah,
And
actually,
Can
because we're all at the same place, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
we like remove it and put the real thing back on?
Just an implant.
I mean, it was up
Keep
to
the
him
real
what
one
to
on
do
hand?
with the original. I wasn't gonna keep that for.
Well, from what I
safekeeping or something.
understand, his girlfriend is the one that put this on.
Mm-mm.
oh no,
No,
No.
she didn't do it.
he did.
No,
He did it
No,
himself.
we don't know
Yeah.
if he did either. He
Oh,
said
yeah.
he woke up in the desert, didn't know
Yeah,
it was there.
that's what I thought. I thought that he woke up with this
Oh
Yeah, it was
and
there.
no.
had no
yeah,
memory
he
of how
did,
he got
but-
it.
But he was also very drunk, very high. So it's under dubious circumstances that how he got it.
And it's
He
not
doesn't-
like
he
Amori
doesn't
didn't
remember-
see and know where it came from, the original version. You're like, yeah, no. Sorry.
He doesn't remember half of his past, so
Yeah.
Well, at least
Anyhow,
not the
now,
last few months.
We'll bring it up to him when he wakes back up again.
Yeah.
Yep.
As long as it's not going to explode on us, I guess.
But
That's
yeah, I agree with
fine.
Ghost. We can't have this while we're doing a
Sneaking
mission.
around. Just
Yeah, I mean,
Then when he wakes up, you gotta tell him he's gotta change the settings on it. He's gotta or get it just removed or replaced.
whatever.
So
All
you
right.
can control it.
Now that we've been distracted from Sam, maybe Sam put him up to it.
I sure did not.
And Maury's kind of suspicious of that, considering it diverted us from grilling you any further.
she has a remote in her purse.
Would not surprise
don't-
me. She's a corporal.
Oh gosh.
So Sam, how much are you willing to pay us to clean up your mess?
What do you think it would take to get this girl a new lease?
So she's not the one that did it.
No,
She's completely innocent in all this.
she was originally modeling the tech, and my operation involved taking the tech, and I didn't want her to die as a casualty, and so now she ends up just taking the fall.
Does she have any tech in her we need to know about or avoid or whatever?
I doubt that very much. It sounds like she's fallen on seriously hard times.
Okay.
And if she was that hard up, then she probably would have sold off any other tech that she had.
I can change what she looks like. If modeling's her skill, we can change. The quality won't change. I'll put it that way, and she'll just have a new face. We'll
Maybe
probably want to
be
mess
able
with
to
her
use her
fingerprints as
skill,
well.
In a different
What
industry.
about her
Right.
voice? I mean, can you
That's
change?
easy enough.
Can you change voices? So
That
it
it's
doesn't show up
It's
on
just
any
more doing it.
scans.
Training, isn't it?
I mean, she can either just train that herself, or I mean, that's extra work, but that could technically be done. It's kind of tricky.
Well, see, the issue that I see at this point is someone's going to have to bring this up to her.
Yeah.
And unless she's incredibly dumb, she's going to want to know how you know.
Okay, well, easy enough to explain. We're edge runners. I found a job, 2 jobs actually, contracts with her face and her identity. I don't even have to make anything up.
Okay. Now, let's just go naturally with that statement. So, how do you think you're going to get her to trust you when you're going to say you're walking away from thousands of eddies to help her?
We just made thousands of eddies.
But this is extremely generous for somebody
That
out
is-
of the blue.
That is true. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know
How
that
much?
we
How
want
much was
to-
the run?
The job is 50.
50,000.
Right.
550,000?
Just 50.
Oh, 50,000.
Dolus is waking up.
I
now.
mean,
Maury goes and finds a rag somewhere, cleans up and drops it on Stolas.
but like I said, you guys don't have to be involved if it's simpler. I could just, get her a new identity, pull some other strings, and
Well,
ship her off to Utah or something.
if we're involved, then they're going to assume we're dirty for the whole deal.
Perhaps.
And
So was this-
considering the amount of credits that we're talking about, I really don't see them walking away if they ID anyone. Just being honest.
What about cashing in on the job by maybe I mean, if she's getting a new face, maybe we could put her old face on somebody else and
So we're going to take down somebody else
I
who's
don't-
innocent.
Oh, you mean
So we're really just gonna start living out movie plots?
you don't actually take people's faces off?
I don't know how it works.
It's surgery. It's plastic surgery. Like my face didn't come off, did it? She like looks at Doc like
And for yours,
You don't know. You weren't there.
not entire. It's complicated. Look, okay, so this is a weird moral thing. You're willing to throw someone else under the bus.
I mean,
For
what if they
her?
were already dead?
She's talking about supplying them with a dead body in the face on.
Right.
Can you sculpture a dead body?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can.
apparently you can also sell body parts. I learned that while I was getting my limbs replaced.
Would that
Yep.
would that kind of
Like-
trouble be worth $50K?
Would they have DNA samples of her?
Oh, probably. Shoot.
It would fail.
Okay.
If we're dealing with Kuroshi, like literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it would fail.
Dale, why don't you give me a tech and med tech check?
Unless
Well, he can just assume that he fails until he gets like a thing like, oh wait.
rolled a 10, rolling again.
Oh, what a
Like-
time! What a time to hit a 10.
He's like, this is my specialty.
27.
Oh, so as you say that,
Yeah.
but
But there's
Just
one weird loophole.
much like in real life, if you supplied them with what they typically look for from her actual body, you might be able to get enough to spoof it.
Okay, so-
it's dirty, but it's tricking a corpo to giving you a free 50K.
Okay, so
The nomads are like, yes, we're on board.
I guess it
Keywords
depends.
were spoken.
Wait, we can fool these guys and take their money? I'm in. Let's go.
It depends on how thorough they're gonna be. Like, if we could get our hands on what their procedures are gonna be, what they check for, then we forge that. We forge all of that. We get the right amount of blood sample from her. I'm sure she's willing to donate a vial of blood for the DNA, some blood spatter. We get the right person who's her measurements, who's recently dead. I do the thing with their face to match hers. Anything else they might need, might have to rework the fingerprints. Probably have to rework the fingerprints.
Just take off the hands.
I mean, you rolled high enough. Body trauma, if certain parts of it aren't readily identifiable.
Hey, how much
I
does
mean,
it cost
like-
to remove a hand?
like burn victims.
Can she be like a burn victim?
She could.
I mean, all of this work,
Yeah.
like, at what point does it stop being worth 50K?
We do have an extra cyber arm we can give her. We
Yeah,
just take
if-
her arm.
if
get
we
it.
match what they knew she had, we get the right body, do the right damage, make it believable, and we get the right stuff to add to the body before the damage is done. There's a better than 50% chance we could pull that off.
All
The
right.
more information we have ahead of time, the better the chance.
All right. So before we go any further, is this something we want to help Sam with? Because
Yes.
we need to be clear. Because if someone wants out for any reason, now you have to walk away. You can't be knowledgeable about what we do.
No, because you guys are gonna need my help.
I kind of want to try to pull it off now.
Yeah, I want to screw over the corpos.
I have no
Personal
trouble.
challenge.
I have no trouble with what we want to do, but this is one of those things where if you're not comfortable with it, you need to walk away and let the rest of us do our thing without arguing.
The
It's
less
not
of us,
something.
The rest.
That was a Freudian slip.
Pull up your
You were
scat-
passed out for
pull up your
most of the
pants, Stolas.
conversation.
Oh yeah, I need to put this thing back on, don't I?
Does anybody want out right now? Yes or no?
I'm in. I have no
I'm
love for the
in.
corpos.
Okay.
All
All right. Now,
And how can we? Why would we do this for her? Like, what
Just
do
screw
we?
over the
How do we
corpos?
explain this to her?
We're nomads, and we love sticking it to Karoshi. If we can do it, by golly, she doesn't have to pay us. They're going to pay us, and she gets to be free. Doing it for fun.
Did the job contract say what they wanted? Was it dead or alive or?
Yeah, Jerem, what did the contract say?
Yeah, it's
Dead or alive?
preferably alive, but dead is fine.
How about the other contract? Would this plan work for the other contract? too?
No, they want the organs.
Oh, wait. So were they tech organs?
Mm-hmm.
They were. Were they? What?
Yep.
What kind of tech did it say?
Yeah, she has cyber lungs. She also has like a cyber spleen. And on top of that, she
Because
has
The cyber spleen is high on your wish list.
and there is she also has a cybernetic arm,
Oh, she does.
but of course it has real skin over it and whatnot. So
If you're looking for a legitimate reason, be honest with her. We're doing this to build our rep. Screwing
Like
over
to-
corpos builds up rep.
yeah, but
Hey, do we still have my cyber lungs? Or do we sell those?
oh, those were gone a long time ago.
yeah.
Okay.
She
But we
doesn't.
still have the arm, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So we could switch out her arm. We could at least like give him the arm.
Mm-hmm.
And the other things could have been destroyed in the whatever accident.
In the
It is.
fire.
So you're saying we just run her body over on the torso a few times with a giant ass truck? Check.
You mean, and by her body, you mean the other body?
Yeah. Be like, sorry, we couldn't get your cyber stuff back because it burned and got ran over. Not our fault. She jumped off a motorcycle or whatever.
And we take a machete to the body as well.
I mean, it was
Murder
like that
victim.
when we got here.
I mean, right. It could just be a murder victim. It happens.
We just,
Scavengers came by and took
Right.
lots of her stuff, and we managed to get this one piece.
Exactly.
Skulls, why don't you give me since you're talking along those lines, why don't you give me another tech and med tech check?
Roll the 10 again.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
He's like, I've been dreaming of this moment for my entire life.
I know.
This is the pinnacle.
This is his
Actually,
beginning of his villain arc.
We don't have to
We're
hear
saving
that.
an innocent.
Total of 20.
Whew, okay. So again, things seem to be coming to you as you start talking it out loud, like amongst yourself, with the others and whatnot. It could be as simple. So the first thing you realize, now that you know that there's organs and parts in play, you're going to need to spoof the VIN numbers on the parts. So that was like the first light bulb that went on your head. Oh, okay. That's going to give you credibility. It'll take a little bit of work, but now that you know what you need, you're going to need to work on that. The other thing, well, what happened if the body just wound up with some people, with scavs?
Okay.
Yeah, those parts wouldn't be there.
Whoopsie.
So then he's like, okay, so there are actually two ways we could go about that. If any pieces are left behind, have to spoof the serial numbers on them, because each one, if it's legitimate, it has a serial number. They're going to be looking for that. That's not that tough. But again, scavs are a thing. So, if
Ooh, we found her out in Scavland.
even amongst
Ooh.
some scavs, then it would make sense why lots of her pieces are just gone and we couldn't get them.
Jerome, what was
all
the-
all we'll have is her arm, so we're just gonna swap out her arm for Ghost's old arm.
We could spoof that.
No, she's
Assuming
saying
it's
take her real arm and give her another cyber arm.
No, I'm talking about her. No, the cyber arm
Yeah.
that she has. Remove
Oh.
that so we can
That-
turn that in.
Could do
Right,
And
that.
we
swap
put-
out her cyber arm.
Put the
Yeah.
one that you gave to Doc on her.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
We could do that.
I mean, that way, even if for some reason somebody catches up with her, that those serial numbers are different.
Right.
But that doesn't prove that she didn't just take the cyber arm off and give it to us. So we still have to do more.
Well,
Doc,
she-
can they
but,
tell
if we caught the scabs in time before they were able to get rid of the arm,
The second contract, the one, the repo, just wants the tech back. They don't care about her.
Of course. Yeah. So then in that case, again, then
We
the
could give him
scavs
the
got
arm.
the other tech. We managed to get the arm back. Here you go. Here's the proof. Here's the evidence. There's the pieces of her with the scav. And of course, again, we just make sure that actual, pieces of her blood sample and whatnot are along with the body, so that when that's taken a look at by corporate, because I'm sure they're going to send their own people to take a look. They're not exactly going to trust Phoenix PD, I'm sure.
I have a question for you, Doc. Can they tell, like, if the arm is just, like, nicely taken off? Or if it's, like, ripped off or damaged or something like that?
I can make it seem like a scav removed it. Not all scavs are terrible at what they do. I mean, the better they are, the more money they make doing what they do. So it'll be slightly less than perfect, so realistic.
So if we're going to have to swap out her arm, we have to make it look like it's... I'm just thinking here, and I know y'all all think that's dangerous for me to do.
Boop.
But
Boop. Boop.
Oh!
Well
I swear to
timed.
God, if you don't take it off, I'm cutting it off.
Dang.
At this point, just Stolas buckles over the table again as he has that look of like, oh dear, like, he just tripped the landmine, and he buckles over and falls onto the floor, passing out again.
Is it timed?
Completely red in the face.
I think every time he says "I think" or some version of that word, it happens.
Oh, maybe.
I'm guessing someone's getting even because they didn't quite believe whatever story he told them.
Well, anyway.
Wouldn't that be his girlfriend?
Oh, sometimes I think, God, I'm single.
So,
He did
all
this
right,
to himself.
we'll leave Doc to figure out what he needs. We'll let Sam take care of talking to the young lady and convincing her.
Who can figure
just show her the jobs that are out there against
Oh,
her.
I
That
will.
should be a lot of
I will.
motivation for her to take any charity that she can get.
She's going to be freaked out, but hopefully I can persuade her.
I
and
don't
which
think you're going to have a
we're
hard
not
time
just trying
persuading
to-
her.
What?
how,
I mean,
how
I
do we
think at this point she's just convinced that everybody's going to take advantage of her. So,
I mean, technically we are too, but in the nicest possible way.
right? By dismembering her and, replacing all her parts.
I mean, the
Actually-
arm she might be getting might be an upgrade for all we know. I'd have to take a look at it.
Sam, sorry, Skulls, didn't mean to interrupt. Sam, sweeten the deal. She wants
You
to
want us
get
to
away.
Throw in part
Give
of
her
the,
2,000 or
bounty?
3,000 eddies as running money and make it believable. We're doing this. We got our reasons. This is what we want to do. We'll set you up. We'll give you a new ID, and 2 or 3K in Eddie's running money. What do you think? No questions asked. This is the deal.
There you go.
I like it. So I need
Sorry,
to
Skulls. I didn't
make
mean to
sure we've
interrupt.
got
That's fine.
somewhere for her to go. So we need to call the marshal. Is that who he was? The guy from Utah handled the wagon train thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Visions, you want to go race?
Let's go.
Sweet. She's like, I got nothing to do here.
Yeah. Let's go.
Like, we're healed. We're ready to go. We haven't
Yep.
seen a car since that stupid Jeep.
Yep.
Amore, do you have any idea who we can tap to find out what Kuroshi's method of operations is when it comes to reclaiming their stuff?
I can put the word out on the street that I'm looking for someone familiar with Kuroshi's ops.
Okay. The more info I can get ahead of time, the better. I can make some assumptions just based off experience, but if I knew exactly what we need, then we could maybe make this damn near perfect.
What I'm going to do, so no one jumps, is I'm actually going to sign onto the Kuroshi op, which will tell me what the specs are.
Okay.
Sam, what's her exposure been here?
What do you mean exposure?
What's going to keep others not cashing in on these jobs?
Nothing.
It sounds like she's kept her head down.
We'd change her face right now. I mean, really, that's how we keep other people from it.
Okay.
We need to go talk to her right now. Shall we
I
go
mean,
bring her in?
we can't really guarantee that somebody else in this neighborhood hasn't seen her and is not looking at the boards.
Well,
We don't have any other runners in this neighborhood, do we? 'Cause they've been our turf.
Not that we know of.
Well, I mean, I guess it'd be one way to. What's it called when you find somebody that's not supposed to be there, then you kill them? Whatever that is, But she's safe right now, right?
She's safe right now, and Doc is more than willing to do the facial correction at the moment. So to try and remove that liability. Like I said, Sam's job to talk to her and say, hey, this is what we're offering. We got our reasons. This is the deal. And as for exposure, it's always there. It's no really different than the last job we pulled. Arasaka will kill us on sight if they ever find out. No ifs, no ands, no buts. We ripped them off for millions. And you guys want a wake-up call? What do you want to bet? In addition to the hard tech they pulled out of there, they pulled out the account for the bank with the bank codes.
Yeah, it's possible.
Once that corp went down, that bank should have locked up. The account should have stayed sealed, which means that money's been sitting there for 20 years. There was a lot at stake when we took that deal. Don't get me wrong, we got compensated for it, but if it ever gets out, don't count on anything other than running the rest of your life.
Oh.
And I hope he heard that.
I doubt it.
Hey, welcome back to the land of the living. You should get that looked at.
Doc, can you just like jack into it and figure out what's causing that to happen?
Wow.
You and I are going to take a walk to my clinic. You're going to not say anything during the walk because
There's no walking.
he can't walk right now.
His legs right now are jello.
Okay. Oh.
You can drag him by the hair.
I swear this wasn't intentional.
I mean,
Yeah,
isn't the
really
med bay
fair.
right there? Like we're in the med bay.
Yeah, the med bay isn't far. I mean, it's like it's like the next building over. So I mean, it's not.
I'll
terribly
carry
far.
him. It's fine.
Oh,
So
okay.
is the plan still to fake her death and send her on
Should
her
have
way?
4 body.
Yes.
More or less, yeah. Yeah.
so Ghost, you're gonna need to wash up too.
Oh.
I'll throw a jacket over him or something.
Oh.
Come here. Towels.
All right, Sam. So you're gonna bring it up to the lady to see if she's willing to go along with this cockamamie plan.
Yep. Wish me luck.
Luck.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
Maury goes and logs into the
Break the
board,
leg. Hopefully not your own.
Oh yeah, ghost.
clicks on the job, and indicates the group's interested in it, and asks for the details on what's needed to collect.
Okay.
Ghost. How
Yeah.
did you like your present when you got out?
Oh, the new paint job. Yeah, looks good.
Doesn't that look killer?
It does. I like it. I'm
I
gonna,
think it'll
I'm gonna
help
see if I
us
can
hide a
help
little bit
him.
better.
Camouflage doesn't let you hide. I'm just.
Well,
okay. So I'm gonna pick like Stolas up, like put his arm around my shoulder and just kind of drag him. Let's go.
Follow
Okay.
me.
Get him
Walk and
into
talk,
the other.
Olivia.
Get him into the other building. You know, as you're walking across, there's a couple people outside, just like looking like
Hey, Vision.
the heck.
Yeah, what's up?
Let's go work on your motor.
No, get the cars rolling. We're racing. No, pull the cars out. I'm dropping this guy off and we're gonna go. Come on, Stolas. Look, it's just like the old days, but you're sober.
Oh no.
Now you can remember me dragging you around. Get him
Are
set
we-
up on a gurney.
Are they going to see bruises on him
Probably.
Dude, I'm not
from
gonna be around long
his
enough.
night before?
Oh yeah, from that. Yeah, probably. Yeah, he's tender.
Banged up.
Yeah,
Okay, bye.
he's tender from his encounter. Yeah.
Yeah, Skulls will need some eye bleach after this. It's okay.
Oh no. And you just got the new eye too.
Oh,
Here's
got a
some
good
saline-
can,
saline
good
with
can of
bleach.
antidote, so that solves that problem.
Okay.
Ghost and Stolas are a contrast because she's a like body 8 Hawaiian Samoan, just ripped, and he's a tiny Asian dude.
Yeah.
Like, come on, let's go.
So Sam, you go and find, wherever you go back to her apartment at this point. Elijah managed to go around the neighborhood, and they ended up finding her a used bed frame and like an old mattress, so at least she's not sleeping on the floor.
Cool. Good. Now that we're gonna take her away from all of this.
Not immediately.
Okay, so I'll knock on her door.
Okay. She opens it up again and she says, "Oh, it's you. Come in."
Hey, how are you feeling?
Better, thank you. I don't know what I can do to repay your kindness. I'm not used to that.
Yeah. So funny you should mention that. I came across something that I thought you ought to know. Were you working for Kuroshi?
And she nods. She says, "Yeah, they blame me for the loss of their tech."
I did a little sleuthing, and I think I actually remember hearing about that job. Some kind of a tech that they were advertising, and it got stolen.
Yeah, it was this new Kuroshi technology that kept cameras from focusing on the user's face for a bit, so it helped keep their identity blurred. But I ended up getting rushed out of the building, and like it was a fire alarm, I think, or something, and Next thing I know, I was like drugged and taken away, and when I woke back up, they had taken the optics out and put new ones in and sent me on my way. It
don't
wasn't
think they would-
here, obviously, but
You don't think they would believe that story?
no, of course not. It was experimental tech. I'm positive they blame me for it.
But you don't have it, do you?
No, of course not. I would have gladly given it back. I don't want to be hunted. I didn't ask for this.
Well, we are edge runners, and I was looking on the job boards, and I happened to see that there's a bounty from them on you, and
I'm not surprised.
it's a big one.
Not surprised about that either. So is that what you're telling me? You're going to turn me over? I mean, you can check. I don't have the eyes.
Well, if you don't have it, and you're innocent of this, job, we've had an idea. I mean, seeing as you're a model, and you don't really have a lot of other skills, so you say, you probably can't go back to work in the industry, at least not looking the way that you do. We could give you a makeover, change your face, new identity, get you out of Phoenix, somewhere where they won't be looking, and you could start over.
Why would you do this for me?
Well, we could do a little bit of extra fabricating and give Kuroshi what they think they're looking for, collect on the bounty.
So you mean you're gonna fake my death and then you're gonna screw over Kuroshi?
Yeah. Why wouldn't we?
Okay, roll your empathy and empathy as well as your
Persuasion, fast
persuasion, fast talk. Yeah.
Love that last part. Why wouldn't we?
How many
We're
times
hedge
do you expect
runners.
I'm going to roll on this conversation?
What's that?
Should I spend my luck now, or should
Yes.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
might as
your
well.
luck
Yeah, as
now.
well.
I? Okay. Should I spend all of it right now? I don't have that much, but-
we're nearing the
I mean,
end
yeah,
of the
it's
game.
almost
So you
10
might as well.
o'clock.
Yeah,
Do
I'll
it.
just throw it
Probably,
in.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll
Go
just
for it.
throw it all in.
Do it.
Sorry, just hit the mic. $24.
Oh, okay.
Sweet.
So she is elated. She's like, I'm in.
We can even cut you in a little bit.
She says, I'm in times 2.
Okay. All right.
Anything to get me out of this mess would be amazing.
Okay. Our medtech is really good at what he does. We're gonna get you right fixed up. And
Okay.
you're not super attached to that arm, are you?
What am I
We
going to
can
do about
replace
my
it.
arm?
Like
Well,
she pulls
well-
it. I am attached to my arm, actually.
Ba-dum-ts.
Don't worry. We'll you'll end up with 2 arms, but
I mean, if it
we
gets
we
me
need
out
to
of this,
sell it.
if it gets me out of this, I don't care. If you can replace it, that's fine.
Yeah,
I'll
we need to
figure something else
we
out.
need to sell the the job. So okay, good. I think this is going to work out really well.
Okay, and that's where we're going to stop for the evening. There will be a 3-day time lapse from this game to the next, as you guys are putting your dastardly plan in motion to hoodwink the Corpos.
Just to say, do your fingers, Dale.
So at the beginning of next game, Dale, we're going to be rolling for your competency to, do the spoofing and the fixing and
Right.
putting the spoon in the pudding and making a doll.
Yeah.
and hopefully some rolls on Stolas too.
Right. Yeah, probably.
Is it malware? We don't know.
So our next Cyberpunk game is going to be Wednesday the 29th. So be sure to tune in then. We're not going to Street Fighter tomorrow. We actually canceled that. We had some people call out, so I went ahead and called it. So our next game is actually going to be on the 22nd. It's going to be Star Wars. And then we're going to be off the rest of the week because we have a convention coming up. So thank you guys all for tuning in and hanging out with us. And of course, anybody who checks us out on the download afterwards. And have a good one. Good night.
Have a good night, folks.
Peace.
Night.
Peace.